विसवा उपरांत तुमकां परतून एक फावट येवकार. आयज आमी पणजे, पर्वरे आनी ताळगांव मतदारसंघाचेर चर्चा करता. आमचो लौकीक शिलकार आसात, ताणें विचार हाडल्यात. तातलो एक आमचो सिल्वेस्टर कितें म्हणटा तें आयकुया.
पॅडीफिल्ड आशिल्ली न्हय कोमनिदादची बी सगळी ती टॅनंटा लागीं आशिल्ली. ती टॅनंटा लागीं आसून ती एज पर द लँड टिलर एक्ट ती डीम्ड ओनर्स म्हण जाले टॅनंट. म्हणून ते कल्टिवेट करिना आनी कोमनिदाद पासून कल्टिवेट करपाक वचपाक जाल्यार ते आडायतात. आमचो चीफ मिनिस्टर दिगंबर कामत सांगता एग्रीकल्चराक आपूण हें दिता आनी खरेंच एग्रीकल्चर डिपार्टमेंटान 90% सबसिडी फॉर रिवायवल ऑफ फॅलो लँड म्हणून ताची स्कीम आसा. पूण ती स्कीम पेपराचेर करपाक गेल्यार तुका लँड टू द टिलर एक्ट रोखडो येता आनी ते टॅनंट तुका कांय करपाक दिना. आनी आमचे ताका MLAs पळय आसात न्हय ते सगळे तांकां सपोर्ट करतात कित्याक ते वोट बँक. ह्या आतां फुडल्या पळय येतात आमचे आमदार तांणी ते लँड टू द टिलर एक्टाचेर बरी विचार करपाचो आनी ताका एमेंडमेंट हाडपाचो. ते 3 वर्सांचो ते कल्टिवेट करिनात जाल्यार ते लँड परत कोमनिदादीक वचपाचें नाल्यार भाडकाराक वचपाचें.
He is proposing some amendment.
See, what I feel is, if the land cannot be cultivated due to the fault of the tenant, then take back that land from him. I have no problem. But there are many issues where the tenant is not at fault. There are so many mines around, mining rejects are going in the lands, fields. You cannot cultivate there with the mining rejects. Or the builders are dumping their debris. Or the sewage is discharged. Suppose the Santines Nala sewage is there, it will be discharged somewhere. Every time it doesn't act as a manure. It kills the fertility of the soil. You cannot have vegetables in Taleigao with this discharge of the sewage, that kind of a thing. So if it is not a fault of the tenant, you cannot punish him. Yes, where it is his fault, he is sitting lazy, then do those things. I also see a practical problem. You cannot directly take back the land. There will have to be a litigation. Litigation will take another 10 years. I think instead let us go in for a proactive policy. If you are finding a tenant has not done something, why don't wait for 3 years also? Just give him 6 months. If they don't do something, let the government step in, whether ELA from authorities or that agricultural department, and let them show what can be done. Let them do it. Yes, this can be done. For 1 year, let them show. And next year, give it back. 1 year, the government says, yes, this is how it can be done. This is the way it has to be done. Take it back after 1 year. Then if he doesn't take it, take that land back, impose whatever fines on him, but simply don't rob the tenant.
Secondly, where this is concerned, some of the small holdings have a problem because in that small holding it might not be profitable. Komindads have a huge holding. Government should encourage cooperative farming. Make these farmers shareholders and take a huge land over, get the experts over there,
yes.
Make them find out what is the correct crop for that, how many crops can be taken out, what can be done, and with instruments, since labor has become so costly, they should run that as a cooperative, give everybody their shares, those who work along with the cooperative get their wages and their shares, so that we go back to becoming self-sufficient. Today, day after day, we are having less and less and less agricultural land. What was 100 has now become 25% is being tilled. We are getting everything from outside.
Correct. आमची food security जी आसात पळय ती हांगा गोंया is really under threat. But you must make agriculture or horticulture or floriculture with the help of the various departments and government schemes attractive. It must remunerate the person completely. There must be a lot of money that should be generated from this. फक्त एक शेत रोवपा जाय म्हणून कित्याक 2 तांदळाचे एक 2 साक मेळटले म्हणून तशें न्ही. How are you going to make it economically attractive to the farmer to till that land is what we have to work for.
Oscar, another suggestion I would give is, today the land acquisition policy is such, in fact there is no policy. Government wants to do some project, they will acquire any land. That might be agricultural land, yielding land. Instead of that, let them give a register of land which are really yielding something. Take a land which is a barren land, acquire it, no problem. Don't acquire a land which is yielding something. So unproductive land is there, why not government look at and acquire?
In the latest land acquisition thing, I think that is
but that has not come. They are saying they are thinking of it, but that has to.
And we have 1,000-year-old lands like Khazan lands. Now those lands all along the river, if you go and see, this is something that is a wonderful thing that got back from the sea. Today the bunds are not being maintained. The bunds which are broken are left like that so that land becomes fallow. You cannot do anything there. Then people are filling from the other side and making buildings over there.
Yeah, another similar problem.
आनी हे शेतां रोयना फुडें आमचें उदक वयलें बिल्डिंगां जावन सगळें उदक आमकां येता
Correct.
आनी उदक येता इतलें आमच्यांनी रोयता तें देखून आमचें कुसोन वयता आनी थोड्या लोकांक तितलें नागाय वागाय रोवंकूच मेळना उदकाक कारण बिल्डिंगो चड येयल्ल्यो आहा कित्याक वयर बिल्डिंगो जाल्यार सगळें उदक आमकां येता जरी तरी शेतां तर पुरोंक गेलीं जाल्यार आमची जाल्यार उदक खूंय वयतलें आमचें हें फेन्सींग केलां सगळ्या रोडांक सायडीक आमकां एक ट्रॅक्टर दिवंक मेळना एक हार्वेस्टिंग मिशीन दिवंक मेळना कितें हाडटलो जाल्यार कांयच करूंक मेळना कित्याक आमकां ही वाट एकूय वाट ना फकत चलपाक वाट धरल्या आनी स्लोप आमकां एकूय ना कित्याक ट्रॅक्टर देंवतलो जाल्यार कितें तरी जाय न्हू स्लोप आमची ही लायसन्स आहा पंचायतीन शेतांनी दिल्या ती चड वायट केल्या कित्याक कॉमर्शियल ह्यो व्हडल्यो व्हडल्यो बिल्डिंगो कॉमर्शियल येयल्या आनी ताका रेजिडेन्शियल लायसन्सां दिल्या.
That is what I was referring to.
Yeah, you were saying
in
that
Taleigao.
but
What has happened? Panchayat took decisions in certain areas. की आता पणजे वचपाक चड त्रास जाता. There is a lot of population over here. Therefore, we should have commercial areas. Commercial areas जर जाली तर तांकां FAR दिता 150-200. They have a right to build a building of ground plus 6 or stilts plus 7. And why it is given? Ki ya area you get marketing, you get other things, so people don't have to go to Panaji. None of these areas have anything commercial in the commercial area. This is the tragedy. And some of them are in the fields. So it's कांयच commercial yana population दुप्पट वाडटा आणि commercial घाल म्हणटा. The whole of Taleigao will be destroyed by these commercial projects which are coming up over there. Because there is nothing commercial, it is totally residential.
It is totally not even residential. It is pure, let's say it for what it is. It is speculative real estate industry. जर समज कझिनोज पणजे उदकान आसा जाल्यार कझिनोज ताळीगांव शेतान आसा तितकेच.
See the meaning of word mala. Mala means a vegetable grow earlier. It was that. Today not a single vegetable. Only buildings are growing.
Yeah. We have a caller from सांग नाव सांग आणि प्रश्न विचार. सांग उलय.
हांव सुनील सावंत उलयतां पर्वरीच्यान.
हा उलय.
म्हाजो एक प्रश्न आसा जरी तर अशे एक कॅन्डिडेट्स जे येता एका इलेक्शनाक निवडून येता तो आनी निवडून येवंक ना तो दोगांय एक पावटी इलेक्शनाच्या टायमार येतात आनी मागीर परत 5 वर्सांनी कोण तोंडूच दाखयना निवडून आयलो तोय दाखयना आनी निवडून येवंक ना तोय येना परत हांगांनी 5 वर्सां पर्यंत कांयच काम करिना आनी मागीर परत 5 वर्सांनी येतात मतां मागोवंक. अशा टायमार आमी करपाचें कितें?
पण तुवें तांकां पयलीं केन्ना कितें विचारलां अशा वेळार?
आमी तेंचे कडेन वचून विचारतात दोगांय कडेन विचारले अरे बाबा तुम्ही 5 वर्सां पर्यंत कांयच करिना परत इलेक्शनाच्या टायमारूच येतात म्हूण मतां मागोवंक.
बरें कळ्ळें.
ही म्हाका दिसता आमची चूक. कित्याक दर वेळ आमी समजता कोण तरी नवो येतलो तो आमचें काम करतलो. दुसरें आमी समजता तो ते पयशे हाडून काम आमचें करता. ते पयशे आमचे. Government gets money from taxes given by people. He is using our money to give us what he should give us. पण आम्ही अशें करता इलेक्ट करता आणि 5 वर्सां आमी बसता तो करतलो म्हणून. वी शूड नॉट सिट. फॉर्म कमिटीज एकेका गांवान एकेका वॉर्डान तुम्ही कमिटीज करा 10 मनशांच्यो आणि तुम्ही वचात आणि ताका सांगा की तुवें हें प्रॉमिस केल्लें फाल्यांच्यान काम चालू करुया. इलेक्ट जालो दुसऱ्या दिसा वचून घरा कडेन बसात. आमच्या एरियान तुवें सांगलें हें करतलो तो टायम टेबल आमकां सांग. तू पावरान आसा की ना तो प्रश्न येना. तुवें हें प्रॉमिस केलां हें आमी मागिना आमी बसता आनी मागीर 4 वर्सां जातकूच म्हणटा अरे आनी काय करूंक ना मरे आनी कोण बरो येतलो म्हणून. आनी कोण बरो येवपाचो ना. जितल्या म्हणसर आमी आमचे डिमांड करना आमी आमच्यो कमिटीज करना. वॉर्ड 189 पंचायत आसा 2000 वॉर्ड आसा. आमी वॉर्डा प्रमाणे जर कमिटीज केल्यो आनी हांच्या तकलेर पयले सेशन बसले आनी कामां करून घेतली जाल्यार हरताल केलो घरा फुड्यान गार्बेज जर काडिना जाल्यार गार्बेज काडून जाल्यार घरा कडेन घातलें जालें काम जातलें.
आणि फक्त हे न्ही की जो कॅन्डिडेट आयलो किंवा कोण MLA तुजो जालो पळय तो ताका घेवन यू मस्ट मूव फ्रॉम डिपार्टमेंट टू डिपार्टमेंट. कित्याक हें अशें न्ही की फक्त तो कॅन्डिडेट चुकीन आसा पळय तो. द प्रॉब्लम इज द एंटायर सिस्टम डज नॉट वर्क. डिपार्टमेंट्स डू नॉट वर्क. डिपार्टमेंट्स that are supposed to do your jobs don't work. So with your candidate or with that candidate, use the opposing candidate as well. Form a kind of a committee and everybody go and keep garrowing department to department and ask them to do their job.
See, whatever committees you form, this issue will not get solved. There is one solution. That is, why does the candidate, without doing any work, come back to you after 5 years? Because he says he will buy your votes.
He buys your vote. Exactly.
So if you decide I will not sell my votes,
Absolutely.
then that candidate will not have the
सामकें.
guts to come back to you.
हें सारकें.
He cannot look into your eyes.
सामकें.
Otherwise he says,
कित्याक
okay,
तो जाणा,
पैसे देऊन घेतिल्ले
तुका-
मरे
तुका
मग, सुदेश कोणाक
पैसे
सांगता.
दिवन, विकतो घेतिल्लो म्हणून तू खंय परत माझ्या मनान येतलो.
सो मतदार राजा हो मतदानाचो हक्क वापरपा पुरतो तुम्ही 3 मार्चाक तुमचे मतदान करू नाकात आणि ज्याने कोणी आपले काम करून असं दिसतात ताका पैसे ताजे कडसून घेऊन मत तुमचे विकू नाकात असे आमचे आयचे मानेस्त म्हणतात. आम्ही रोखडेच परतून येतात. फोन करा 24904444 24904445 ह्या नंबराचेर. येता परतून एका ल्हानशा विसवा उपरांत. ल्हानशा विसवा उपरांत तुमकां परतून एक फावट येवकार. पणजे ताळगांव पर्वरे मतदारसंघा खातीर ही चर्चा चल्ल्या. आमकां एक फोन आयला. हॅलो.
हॅलो.
सांगा तुमचें नाव सांगा आनी प्रश्न विचार.
अच्छा, म्हजें नांव जावन आसा डार्विन फिग्रेडो आनी म्हजें क्वेश्चन म्हटल्यार आमच्या गोंयांत आयज पासून 40 वर्सांची वा 50 वर्सांची जरी तर तुका बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट घेवपाक जाय जाल्यार आजून पर्यंत आमचे रिकॉर्ड कंप्युटरायज जावंक ना. बॉम्बे शारांत तूं गेलो जाल्यार 40 वर्सांचे 50 वर्सांचे रिकॉर्ड पासून कंप्युटरायज जाल्लो आसा. आमच्या गोंयांत सगळे बूक अशें तशें पळयलें कोण रिकॉर्ड कंप्युटरायज करूंक शकना आनी कोण असेंब्लीक आसलेलो MLA मिनिस्टर ताजेवर लक्ष धरिना. हाजेवर तुमी कितें उलोवंक सोदता?
ओके. सो इन फॅक्ट so many documents required to be computerized. केन्ना गेलो जाल्यार ना म्हणटा डॉक्युमेंट वायटीन खाली बूक मेळना. सो what is the some legislation is required for this?
It should definitely be computerized. I mean, which age are we living in now?
No legislation is required. Say nobody can oppose computerization. But the question is, after it is computerized also, what I'm afraid is, in name of computerization, they'll start making monies. That is A. But that apart, even if you computerize whatever it is, please do computerize. I'm not opposing it. Ultimately, a human heart is required. Because it is the man at the table who will give the certificate. If you want something under the hand, whatever computerized or not computerized, nothing will help.
सो आमकां एक कॉल येता पडते ते घेवया पर्वरीच्यान. हॅलो.
हॅलो.
उलय नाव सांग आनी प्रश्न विचार.
म्हजें नाव साईनाथ सुभाष शिरोडकर. हॅलो.
विचार प्रश्न विचार.
म्हजो प्रश्न इतलो आसा, पर्वरी कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीनी एग्रीकल्चराचेर दुर्लक्ष जाल्लें आसा. ताचेर तुमचें कितें मत आसा?
ओके.